Everything you wanted, I gave you it. Every little piece of me I gave you. Take it then you flaunt it, faking it. I can see the dirt on your fingertips. Baby, don't preach, I'll be pleading the fifth. You're out of my reach, but I'm under your grip. You never asked me for forgiveness, but then you stick words in my throat, and I don't wanna go lower than low, lower than low. Got me going places thought I'd never go. Lower than low, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you. Everything I wanted, you tainted it. Hold back the encore, told her that I need more. Sure as hell you don't follow. I'm phoning home with no call numbers, I'm writing songs, no voice notes, I'm hollow. Baby, tell me, or are you pleading the fifth? I'm coming up from beneath, better watch you don't slip. You never offered your repentance. Whenever I came around, you let it show. 'Cause I don't want you to go lower than low, lower than low. Hold a standing ovation, skip the episode. Lower than low, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you. 100 roses on your doorstep, left the thorns on. 100 ways I tried to warn you, couldn't take the hint. Thinking about the future makes me paranoid. Don't look for me, something's gotta give. Flipping back and forth, kill the switch on us, you got us going lower than low, broken bottom, lower than low, on the kitchen floor. Hold a standing ovation, skip the episode. Lower than low, don't care, out on my own. Yeah, you got me sinking with you.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the next episode, 1017. And I don't know, I just going live, did a static video today, already streamed today. It's the regular scheduled time, so just going live for, a few minutes to, for people that were working or couldn't check out the previous stream or whatever. I'm here with the market being closed, stock market being closed, where you close near session lows, a huge vulnerability candle, I would call it. Huge breakout, gap down. S&P 500 closed the day down 5.89%. The only people that would be laughing are the XRP peoples. But how can they be laughing when XRP itself is down 6% on the day? Well, and that's the common occurrence across the markets. The altcoin market's down 6 to 8% on average. Mostly everything getting obliterated with this move down on equities and Bitcoin. And Bitcoin had somewhat broken away from equities price action a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but now they're sinking right back up. And look, it's a Thursday. We're going into Friday. This is bad. All right. This is the same type of stuff we were talking about as the crash was beginning. Things dropping so violently towards the end of the week is not a good thing. That means like we could get another Black Monday. All right, follow the price action. If we get some bad stuff tomorrow, oh yeah, man, buckle up for part 2 Bungaloo on Monday. All right. So I've been gone most of the afternoon. Just got home. Fortunately, missed some traffic. It's good, man. So yeah, you never hit the circuit breaker or anything today. We can look at futures again that just started, it just reopened 9 minutes ago, and they hit their lows of the entire run, the whole sell-off. It's not been good. Dow Jones, S&P, left side of your screen. Dow Jones lowest point 24,985 minutes ago. Same thing with the S&P, 29,9225. Bottom right of your screen, of course, is Bitcoin, which hit a low of 9,090. And yeah, whatever. It's you get reflexive rallies with such violent selling. Go figure. This is occurring. Look, I'm being real here. I think like the dump on the S&P was a much more monumental sell-off than Bitcoin's. If we're just talking about looking at a chart, the candles, we've seen red candles, bearish engulfing candles like this in the uptrend. It's really not that big of a deal. Now, look, if we close an hour and 49 minutes and we're near session lows, different story. That's it. But look, the upsloping channel you're in, you're out of it now. You broke it, and you are bearishly engulfing after back testing 99.50 and not much higher, right? So I think the trend is truly done once Bitcoin gets a daily candle close confirmation below 8,700, because that is in fact the previous low. Okay, so gold, that was the savior, at least today a little bit, has begun to slow down. It's begun to, well, you know what, let's do the S&P first. I've looked at it so many times this morning and before I left that I feel like we've already looked at it. This is a much more significant development on a chart than Bitcoin selling off. The S&P is down a little bit more than Bitcoin right now, which is pretty crazy. But again, give it time, hour 48 minutes, we could get more selling. Of course, there's absolutely nothing on Bitcoin that's implying a reversal soon, right? It's just begun type price action. And here, I guess it was We were able to catch it, the rising wedge. You were squeezed in. It was almost at the apex of these two upsloping trend lines, and you just gapped down and dumped all day. Bearish Mara Bazoo. People could argue, yeah, where there is no wickage on either side. I mean, this definitely is a textbook Mara Bazoo. So that's just complete seller domination all day. And where did you close? Below 3020, which is a very critical area. But it's not always about the breakout. It is about the follow-through price action received after the breakout. So we've broken back below it. Let's see the follow-through tomorrow. You know, where we are, you think it would be likely that the S&P would see 2950 next to 2940 just to test it. Because, I mean, technically, chat, from the lowest point to the highest point, even with this huge sell-off today, you haven't even hit a 23% retrace, which I think is a guaranteed thing to happen tomorrow. 2987, right? That's a few points lower than we closed at, right? That red line right there. So, let me delete this for now, this alert, so you can see it better. 23% retrace, the shallowest retrace. But I think you're so close now that this is definitely valid Fibonacci anchor points. The low point to high point, and the common retraces for any asset is going to be between the 618382, between 2589 and 2835. Now, what I think is going to be really interesting, and I think we might get there, probably no problem. 2872. Why is 2872 such a big deal? That is the culmination, the buying climax of the Trump bump. This will go down in history as what is called, I don't care if you like it or not, this is the Trump bump. This move up right here, it's like a huge markup, price discovery, you went insane, and then on January 2018, you dumped and corrected. And eventually, you know, you rallied up again, higher highs, you dump again, right? That's when the volatility really started showing itself, the cracks in the system. But then it was, you know, really, there were cracks, but it could continue on. But this is complete destruction here. I mean, the technical damage done, but hey, I mean, you almost V-shaped recovery, but not quite. Made an 88, nearly an 88% retrace, which is a deep retrace. Reflexive rally. Never fills the gap at 33. So I think that area in time could be tested, as it's been tested before, as resistance and kind of support. So, and that's not even at a 38% retrace yet. So that seems like a very valid argument area for at least where we might be going. Again, huge vulnerability candle to the uptrend, to the move up, to this rally. This is how waves, right? Wave down, wave up, waves end on candles like this. Especially it's Thursday going on Friday, Monday could be Black Monday. Okay, so you closed the daily below the 200 moving average. Also bad. Technically a bad thing. A bearish thing. Something that is very bad is not the daily, nor the 4 hour. It is the weekly. Dark cloud cover engulfing candle. Very, very bad. Very, very bearish. Holland, you know the rules. If I can't hear it, I can't. Literally. Thank you for the 2 super chat. So why is this so bad? It's not just, you think this is bad enough, a dark cloud cover engulfing combo, but it's also the hidden bearish divergence that is pretty much becoming confirmed unless an absolute miracle happens. I'm talking the Jesus man himself gonna have to save the market tomorrow. Otherwise, because this candle, this weekly candle will close in less than 1 day now. 21 hours, 43 minutes until confirmation. This is bad. I mean, this is great coinciding variables for downside potential with the hidden bearish divergence and this Japanese candlestick combination. You know, we got a beautiful bullish engulfing candle on the weekly that was the genesis of this reflexive rally. But it seems a candle like this definitely puts this in jeopardy, this little reflexive rally we got, okay? Just want you to be cognizant of what's happening on the real market, the real man's market, okay? Bitcoin's Bitcoin, you know, it goes up, it goes down, it gets wrecked with the stock market, it pumps sometimes. It's bad, right? I think we could be in Wyckoff distribution phase D right now. Let's get some more candles, and you know, I think if we see 8,500 again on Bitcoin, we're going down to 78 to 7,400. Well, right now you're just hanging on, and again, there is no, I mean, the market is not implying any sort of reversal on Bitcoin to the upside right now, okay? Yes, bearish bat on everything, many things, right? Tech bats got invalidated, but not the S&P assets. Now, what were the ones, you know, we were looking at when everyone was hyped on everything? I got like 25 requests in the streams, you know, we were looking at all these, and it's like a shorting opportunity. You know, we looked at so many, and there were a couple shorting opportunities, and those were your tickets to the downside, right? Well, first off, I mean, you think about Ethereum, its downsloping resistance, it also failed, right? Just like Bitcoin. Okay, so let's go to NET. NET. Rising Wedge, Cloudflare. Look at this crap, dude. I mean, a textbook, gorgeous, beautiful rising wedge pattern. But it's cloud. It's only down 3% and never broke the demand line after all that stuff that happened on the S&P today. So it's just like, is this real? Is this tech still outperforming on days like this? Still, that's a great sign for tech for the long term. How in the F has NET not broken out yet? On bearish divergence on the oscillators at a 1618 fib extension, you can't even make this up. Or near it, you know, 1618 is technically 3140, you got as high as 3082. All right. Imagine this thing pivoting around like one more time, going up to 32.7, the top of the pattern again, after already showing the buyer exhaustion. What a joke. Freaking market, man. Really? And it's like somehow until you break below 2748, 2750, you're showing maybe hidden bullish divergence. I'm seriously triggered right now, all right?
Air Canada, please, Mitch. Thank you.
What's up, Lord Vendetta? Thanks for the 365. Oh, destroyed, right? Bear flag. Oh my God, right? At least on the weekly, I had it pulled up immediately, or you know, first. Look at this, dude. Does that not look like it's starting to turn into a bear flag? Down 8.5% today. So deep, a retrace. Oh boy, man, look at this. Look at what price Air Canada was at in 2009, 83 cents. I think at this point you've hit 786 to 886 from this low. Before the reversal and the chop and all that. Look at this, man, on the weekly. Air Canada's first level of positive momentum since December of 2019, man. It's June. We just got it. Bad timing, dude. Just as you're getting your first level of positive momentum in half a year, the macro starts dumping and the rug gets pulled. Sorry, man. Dark cloud cover on the weekly here. What the? This is awful. I mean, this is devastating. Dark cloud cover at this point. Really? I mean, so it does look like the weekly, you look at the chart, you're like, man, that's like a textbook bear pole bear flag right there, huh?
Bear gang rises. Mwahahaha.
Yeah, but you're not mentioning how often you get wrecked the whole way up for the past 2 months, man. 2.5 months, right? We're getting dumped now. We're dumping tomorrow. We're dumping in 3 days. We're dumping in 5 days, man. So it's like, gonna need, you know, you to chime in with TTS on the days you're getting wrecked. I mean, it's just like same thing, I think, with P09, you know, like, I called it. It's like, all right, man, are you looking for gains? Or are you just looking for recognition on, you know, and it's like, because this whole way up, you know, any sign of vulnerability, a move down, and then we run up again, Fed comes in. Well, you were saying the same thing that day, and the day before, and the day before. And I was just like, I don't know, man. Kind of like boy who cried puts. You're finally calling it now, and it's like, does anyone even hear those puts anymore? Because you had so many before. So thanks for the threes. But dang, dude, if AC doesn't look like a stupid bear pole bear flag right now, I mean, with lots of downside potential, I guess, you know, you got a valley back from 2016. Remember when everyone could fly normally in 2015, 2016? And the only reason the whole market was having issues growing was like the China recession was going on. So, I mean, that seems like a valid target in time, 705. Maybe I'm crazy, dude. Maybe it's a bull flag and I'm just stupid. Ugh, you know? Of course. Alright, they show up. Yeah, so that's some pretty nice bearish consolidation after a crash. Good luck, man, on AC. It wasn't a nice ride, I guess. I don't know, having the anchor points on the top. Anyway, devastated. So 450 y'all here. Am I still shadow banned? Probably. It's discouraging, man. It really is discouraging. I mean, I got word today that I'm certainly not going to get the membership amenity until every idiot with a webcam can get it for free, for working for it. Nope, you don't have to work for it at all, right? Yeah, it's like the Chris guy, forget it. Some person named Kay stepped in. Hey, this is Kay stepping in. I know you're eager to get the channel memberships enabled to your channel. Your passion for what you do is priceless and incomparable. That's YouTube talking to me about this channel. Memberships are rolling out gradually, and at this time, channels that feature family videos are ineligible. Well, 3 days ago, they said I had a music stream channel.
Please take a look at Silver. Good.
And now they're saying I'm a family channel that are ineligible. Or we are holding off on expanding access to these channels until the product has undergone additional testing to ensure its suitability for families. What does that even mean? We will take note of your interest and will let you know when we are able to expand further. There you go, dude. That's pretty much it. If you were notified that you were eligible for memberships, you should be able to enable it in Creator Studio. Who cares? Because that's never going to happen. Because you gave me a condensed, canned answer. So on top of all this, all the work I put in for over 2 years, over 1,000 episodes, I'm getting told no. And I'm also magically, mysteriously being shadow banned by my own subscribers. Okay, so you're talking about like discouraged. It's tough, man, to stay positive all the time as the influencer or whatever. It's tough with this crap going on. All right, let's shift gears back to, well, do we even look at gold? No, not yet. That's what we were gonna go to. gold, you know, back inside the pattern, and you know, rising wedge like this. What a fake out! How it held, but it is, you know, I'm talking about it lost a little steam towards the end of the day. But again, if this stays inside the pattern, the target 1776-ish by July 4th, could be higher. But you know, the worse it gets on the stock market, there is a good chance gold could continue to rise. Look at this, negative momentum is now about to turn positive. The bull's about to take the ball. This thing could climb. I mean, you're right at 1740 here. We get an engulfing candle, dude. We're going to 1760 and then 1790. What a freaking fake out by the market, man. I don't know. It's like this was showing a rising wedge, but I guess maybe the S&P 500 in a way was too. Too bullish, right? The trend is too effing bullish on gold for any kind of bearish pattern to play out or to perform, right? Fake out. Oh yeah, let me look at that 6. Sorry. Yeah, XAG. Haven't really been, I don't know, man. A lot of charts, right? Still very much in your uptrend, right? This is great. You know, what happened? All you're doing is back testing the March 6th peak. All right, this is a support resistance zone. Pretty decent one. No big deal, right? No problems here. I mean, my God, dude, you start like pivoting here, dude. You want to talk about extreme, stupid amounts of hidden bullish divergence on silver with the only discernible previous swing low to the next only discernible swing low in histogram islands. I mean, dude, this right here, silver could be going again, man. How it's set up too. If the stock market keeps dumping, silver might be in decent shape here. This is great. Big if, but you got to hold 1735 to 1759 for sure. You hold that, man. And maybe the market conditions stay similar to the way they are now. This could be great. All right, you'd be seeing 1830, 1890. There's a lot of resistance. After 1890s, friggin' 1960. Yeah, you got to break a lot of... Dude, there's a lot of stuff here. It's not easy at all picking which peak will it reverse at. You don't know because there's just too freaking many, man. There's so many of them. Look at this, like back here, 2009. Oh, you were 1949. Then you went up to 1987. Then over here you're at 1860. Then up here you're at 1975. Dude, it's just like so many. So eventually, you think if this continues on, you're looking at 1890 to 1960. All right, silver. Not bad.
Is that a joint?
Permission to get non-family friendly? Kappa. YouTube sucks. Burn it to the ground. Twitch too. Kappa kinda.
Yeah, it's whatever, dude. You know, I just hope that your place of work, all of you, is better than mine, I guess, right? It's just, good God. I mean, we're talking, I even like sent them a link to some idiot's channel, right? He's like an alcoholic, racist, welfare leeching, but welfare scamming person from Denmark. His name's Bjorn. And all he does is he goes live and he'll go on these huge alcoholic binges and he'll be screaming racism and all this stuff. He's from the Ice Poseidon world. He has the membership amenity status. Okay, do you hear that? And I can't get it, but he can. I'm just done with it, man. It's like every day. Here 7 days a week, man. Oh, what just happened? Hold on a sec. I think we got a new patron. Did we? That's so weird. It's saying that there's a new Patreon, but it's not showing up.
J-Mode super chatted $50. You deserve better.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Jimbo, for the 50 super chat. Really appreciate the support from this community. Because, dude, just think about it. Like, most people are like, they can't have a 100% crowdsourced channel or stream. They can't, because they're just, you know, they probably don't produce enough value, or whatever the problem is, or this model we have is so unique.
Hey,
right?
Can you take a look at GLD? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, Alan, we're looking at spot price on gold. You know, GLD just follows XAU. I mean, we can look at it, but it's just not going to do justice like looking at the XAU does, right? Then that's where, like, if you're, hey, we find a double bottom on the XAU, it's time to...
I bought TZA the other day. Would I be crazy to look for gap fill at 69.05 or just take profits now? I know it's not financial advice, I just value your opinion.
Adrian, thank you, man, for the 10. Yes, of course. Thank you, man. But, like, you know, the whole thing with GLD, that is the tool in which one would, you know, buy the asset if they don't have a Forex account, right? It's like, all right, double bottom on XAU. Okay, buying GLD. One would be buying GLD. It's the vehicle they're using to make the gains off the XAU spot price of gold, rallying, hitting that double bottom target or whatever, right? So, but yeah, we can look at it, sure. Oh, here it is. It's Streamlabs. First off, I don't even know that showed up. Tell you right, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Waiting for it. There it is. Cornish pastry munchers, let's go.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Cornish pastry munchers, for joining the Patreon. Really appreciate it. Also, I'll do this too for Joseph and Connor, because they joined the Patreon today, but it was just not while streaming. Joseph, Brennan, up in the chat, let's go.
Is that a joint?
And then one more. Gonna give him an up in the chat, let's go.
Is that a joint?
Sorry, it's the cadence that we do. You know, it's everyone deserves it especially if they join the Patreon. You know, so. Let's see here. Let me check my notes. And it's just kind of like, you just kind of give up on charting it, because it's like, I mean, look, there was a gap fill at 161.46 that you filled. You filled it April 13th, but look at, you just been stuck, man. You know, range bound between 157 and 164, up, down, up, down, up, down for multiple months. The next gap to fill is at 168.69. I do think that would fill in time. And then, of course, above that is the, just overhead resistance of 173.85, which, these are all, I mean, not the gaps, but like these peaks here. You think like if the XAU, here, I'll show you, dude. If the XAU, hold on. If the XAU hits 1791, the GLD will be hitting 173.85. I mean, that's the only way we can kind of look at them, all right? So if spot price keeps running, 168.69, and then 173.85 after that. And then after that, if you break 173.85, my God, dude, it's going to be like gold technical analysis, and people will be FOMOing into gold, man. 185.60 after that 173.85 to 174, all right? So your gold, man, it's doing things. It's been doing things. All right, so Let me see here. So, you know, this right here is a 3-time levered ETF or an ETN. And this is just another one, right? I mean, this is small cap bear 3 times. It pumped, right? It's inversing the small, it's probably inversing something like the Russell 2000 or something. I don't know. And it's, see, these ETNs are, you know, they're used as day trading tools to hedge your account against market volatility or tumult, right? So great, man. Yeah, there was bullish divergence on an asset that continues to decay, and you want to look at probably the Russell 2000 or whatever, because this thing is not going to give you an accurate reading. It's just not, man. Decay. What is it? Contago, whatever. These are things you don't really hold overnight or over the weekend. One gets in the beginning of the day, and then they close out the position, and then things could happen the same way the next day. All right. What's up, Sky Blaster? Thanks for the follow, dude. You made it over to Twitch. See, people already. Thing is, though, man, it's like Twitch isn't better. Twitch really, I mean, in ways it is, right? It's like Stream Elements, Streamlabs. They've got their pros and their cons. If they just had a baby together, it'd be good, you know? Like if YouTube was YouTube, but all of a sudden live streaming was like the same thing as it is on Twitch, it'd be great. Okay, anyway, TZA, dude. You could look at the IWM or the RUT, I guess. Destroyed. I mean, absolutely killed today. No, I mean, that isn't surprising, right? Are you trying to tell me the Russell 2000 got wrecked when all it does is it underperforms rallies and outperforms in dumps? Like, it was the worst performer. I mean, it like had the best losses, you know, of the big ones, right? Of like, if we're talking like the 4 major index funds, where we got the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, and then the Russell 2000, it performed the worst. You know, so it had its own little channel, whatever. Oh, log scale, not log scale. Oh, what's going on? Why is that off? Okay, just right there, maybe. Not so concerned about the top part. Just really wanted, you know, 2009 and then 2016. Look, you know, you fell out of it. You got devastated. You went all the way back to, you went back in time 4 years in price. You rallied, like, but it's real bad, man. It's real bad. Look, a low, a lower. Or I'm sorry, a high, a lower high, and now we've got another lower high, and you've got certain, I mean, at this point, unless a miracle happens, certain hidden bearish divergence going on this asset or this index fund too. Remember, Russell 2000, it's like a third of the assets that are comprised of the Russell 2000 don't make money, right? So it's like almost, it's a hint of S coins, dude. So we now have consecutive lower highs, bearish engulfing candle, big time, rejecting the 200-week moving average. So if the S&P dumps, you know where this is going. It's gonna make low to high retraces, and you know, 1100, 1200. You know, it's just gonna do that. So get wrecked, small caps. You get it? And then so you analyze the Russell 2000, and assuming that this is, you know, small cap 3 times bears, one would do their technical analysis on the underlying asset and then use the derivative, use the contract, use the ETF, ETN to make their trade if they're so inclined, right? Dang, man. So VeChain was up back around 7-8% up, and now it's back down. It's lower than it was when I was streaming earlier. It was up like 3 to 7%. So only up 2.48% now. But I mean, that's something to talk about, man. Like VeChain, we did talk about it a lot in the first stream today. And it had some sort of breakout. Now, I know that there's the Walmart rumor news, but that was news-driven price action. So is it really part of it, or is it just Rudy Poo bullcrap? I think these are the more valid highs, and we're out of that. We're above, really, that May 13th, 2019 high. And you hit over 1 cent before Bitcoin imploded a little bit, and not the greatest looking candle rejection. All the gains from today have been taken back for the most part, for good reason. Macro destroyed, and it being Thursday could very well see follow the price action tomorrow. And definitely, if we see bad stuff tomorrow, any kind of volatility, you're probably seeing a bad Monday too. It's just how it works, man. The weekend, so when you get it's like, oh god, man, not again. It's literally like how it started, I think, with like the Corona stuff. We had a real bad day, and it was towards the end of the weekend. It's like, oh man, dude, when we talk about Black Mondays. So, whatever. Up and down, up and down. I don't know, man. Let's look at Link that's down 10%. Sorry, a lot of stuff here. Look at this. So still inside that channel. Been in a really nice channel for a while. And there's still room to run downside, 374 or so. And there's not much support up here. There's really like no support up here. Okay, this was an all-time high, and this is, well, it was, in June of last year, and then we finally made it back February and March. Beautiful textbook double top. Don't worry about this. It's different on the daily. It's so weird. It changes. And so here we are again, unable to even test 475, which on the daily is like the resistance. I mean, I can't. It's just these exchanges, this is crypto, the wicks change. So anyway, this is what I got on the 4 hour. It made a lower high too in the end, right? 455. And it's dumped. So again, there's more room to fall. This is the lowest RSI on Link it's seen since March. Really oversold. And it's been months, man, since it's been this ugly. You fell below the 200 moving average as well. After you held on to it, man. And then one more rally. Not good. I mean, the move down today on Bitcoin wasn't good at all. All right, hard to argue with that. Yeah, I think the lag comes from maybe the sub notification. And it has to do with me having that filter up. It's not the filter, it's the Snapcat. It's the the app for the toast and all the Leroy Jenkins and stuff. Okay. Ow now, brown cow. It doesn't look laggy now, but I can notice sometimes it does. So Link. Let's go to the VIX, man. I want to take a look, man. Because I've been gone most of the day. Look at this huge pump up, dudes. Look at the 4 hour divergence, I guess, continuing on. Now, this is the one where it was like, this is not going to rally until the stock market dumps. And it did, right? It finally did. And so you just got a huge 50% up on the day. 48%. It held, man. It held the 200-day moving average. The hammer, oh my god, right? Yeah, it did. I mean, it could be it, but it's all on the S&P. Whoa. But I don't know why it's on like that. That's so weird. I guess it would be like that, maybe. I think I had it initially like this, and then I adjusted. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a breakout. Oh, it's because of log scale. Derp. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The breakout. The gap up breakout. So we just talked about Fibonacci here. This is something that did happen in 08, 09. Very similar. Look, low or high to low. You know what this means, right? You mean there is room to run on the VIX until it hits common retrace targets between $47.20 and 60. Whoa. The 618 is $61.80. I can't even effing believe that. Can somebody clip this? Can somebody take a look here? That's crazy. This never happens. 618 is the 618. Leroy Jenkins, dude. No, you know what? Jesus chants. I can't believe it, man. The 618 is the 618. Holy crap.
Bruh.
So here you go. It's a breakout. We have a breakout, huge move up, and if the market continues to sell off with that huge vulnerability candle, we're going to see higher prices. So we go back in time to 08, 09. God. Sorry, scaling out. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. You did sell off. It's a little different, but like, you know, we crashed and then we had a retrace, a common retrace. It was a 618, I think, high to low. Right, yeah, a little over the 618 before dumping down to the abyss and everything started recovering. So you got an attempted rally here on the VIX. And we had not seen any attempted rally at all on the VIX until today. That's where the lag comes from. Thank you for the sub, dude. Welcome. So, attempted rally. Dude, there was no attempted rally. Okay, so this is it. This is where it could go. Just letting you know. Good luck, Jerome Powell, because a candle like today is very rare. We don't see candles like today much. Whoa, dude, the futures are up. What does that mean? We're gonna gap up and then dump at open? We will see. But let's see what happened on. This was an asset someone requested, and we analyzed it, and it seemed like there was an opportunity for a short. Remember Anthem? Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go, right? Dude, it was perfect, man. All right? This is June 9th. June 9th, man. Who even was it? Who were you that requested this? Because it was right here, man. Okay? The rising wedge at the supply line, 1 and 2, didn't adjust, leave it alone. Look at this touch point, these touches, look at that touch too, the validation. All right, so you're at a supply line. You were showing classic as F bearish divergence, and you were showing upsloping price contraction, which is a rising wedge, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. Market was telling us that there is a higher probability we would reverse to the downside than we would breaking the supply line and going to higher prices. You get that? And as of today, down 8.3% with the market. But there you go, right? Almost hit the measured move, but really the breakout measured move, because the breakout changed, right? You don't really know, it's hypothetical. So, you know, adjusting the measured move, you're talking 251 is the target, you know. So that great start on a gap down on a huge red candle. Good stuff, man.
Hype in the chat!
Okay, the lack of hype in the chat is disturbing. Okay, I don't even know what to do. Okay, good luck. Who cares? Let's go to this idea I didn't even look at. I did look at it on the day stream, or the first stream, but this stream I haven't, which is the bearish argument on Bitcoin, which is now really, with this price action, this is great. It's like a rising wedge confirmed now. I mean, 1 touch point, 2, 3, 4, now 5 touches. Cool. So You haven't technically broken out. I mean, you did intraday just to test this 9,150 area. And you bounced, but not by much. And negative Momo, my God. You want to talk about the daily? This is set up for much lower prices. All right, this is like, this could, oh man, look, you're at 47.8. Oh, market participants could drive this thing down to the measured move. The daily is set up like where, hey, this could eventually at 75.59. I'm not saying it will. I'm just telling you it's not like you're, whoa, man, this looks so weak already. No, it looks like it's just beginning, kind of. So good luck, man. Of course, a lot of people lost money today, but, you know, technical analysis, you know, applying it and seeing it play out is wonderful. And it's like so educational. It's like, oh, you know, people like, oh yeah, I remember looking at that. And it's like, oh my God, how did he do that? Or how was it analyzed? How could that happen? You know? What's up, DZan? Thanks for the 5. Good to see you again. You were here earlier. Much love. So maybe it's just begun. We have a huge bearish engulfing candle that will be confirmed in 1 hour and 6 minutes. We've just fallen below 9,300 again. And again, lower prices seem very possible the way this is all looking, right? It would require maybe a miracle. That's it, dude. And it wasn't weird. I mean, you can't say on this stream, we weren't talking about, there is an argument for bearish. There certainly is an argument. And it's the fact that you had a wonderful rally. You made an extremely deep retrace, 95% retrace. But we knew 99.50 was such an important area. We even were given the luxury of a back test yesterday. And this is why the poll. This is why you watch the stream, right? I mean, because we do in fact have some perception of how the market is, right? So, I mean, 6 days ago, like a week ago, we had not hit 99.50. This was right after that little pump and dump. It's like, what will happen to 99.50? We were arrogant enough to say that we would test it again. What will happen, chat? Well, 56% of y'all said that we would break it again in Moon, because we had broken it initially. And then 44% of y'all, 210 of y'all said we would test it, fail, which we did pretty perfectly, and then we would begin our major reversal to the downside. Good start. Not confirmed yet on this part, but my God, if it's not really close. Yeah, I'm having issues with my internet right now. Nope, showing me having 44 kilobytes per second. See, there you go, man. It's like another reason to just, I get discouraged, and it's like, what's the point of even streaming? Like my internet's gonna crap around on days I need it. Power grid, YouTube, they're all working together, man. They're just, I am the rock, and they are the river, and they are eroding me every fucking day. Okay? Tech problems, all of it. So yeah, be sure if you're a patron to join us in the voice chat tonight, 30 minutes before the stream that is at 11 p.m. Eastern. We'll be talking about all kinds of stuff. A lot of price action, things that occurred today. Maybe we'll get a couple wheel spins. Who knows, man? Most people don't want to wheel spin on days like these, okay? People are shook as F. Yep, minority won on that poll for sure. I just think it's cool though, right? I think it's because, technical analysis is not about, it's about having an edge on the market. It's probabilities game. But it is all, that poll, like these polls I do are very real, very good, because it's like, we really don't know where the market's going next. Like, ever do we truly know? But if the market is giving us some signals, then we can say, all right, I'm leaning more towards reversing at that 99.50 than continuing to pump through it, because that's like, there's no signal, you know, telling you or implying that we're gonna break 99.50 and see 10,550 again, right? So that's the cool part of it, and that's like what I'm trying to instill in people that are newer. You know, that it's a probabilities game. You gain an edge at certain times, and more often than not, you don't have an edge on the market. Right? At any given time, you probably don't have an edge on the market, but sometimes you do gain an edge, and that is when you apply the TA. All right. So people talking about like what's a value area on Bitcoin. I mean, value, look left. I mean, 7,400, 6,500. Those are critical supports. Those line up with supports looking left from history. But if you're talking about Fibonacci value areas, here's the thing. It's like the S&P 500. They followed almost perfectly today. Bitcoin, S&P. Same people probably don't. Okay, so you've almost hit a 23% retrace. You're very close. I mean, that's at 88.93. If the trend was so effing bullish, you can't even believe it, we might reverse there. But more commonly than not, you won't reverse there. That's not it. That's like the shallowest retrace, where, again, if there's just overwhelming amounts of demand and it's so bullish, we might reverse here. All right, but again, it's not common. Where you commonly reverse and retrace to before reversing to the upside again, it's between 6,400 and 7,942. Those are the common retrace areas. Uncommon, shallow, crazy, not so often that you do reverse here. More often than not, this zone. But then also, just like the 236, you would sometimes make it to the 786, the 886, which these are extremely deep retraces. 5,300, 4656. Those could very well be, you know, if it ever does get down there, those could be buying opportunity areas. Like they really could. Even though, what could happen, you get down to this common retrace zone, that's when we start eyeballing that 4 hour, looking for an edge on the market for a long, for a reversal, and hoping on the daily that you're getting some sort of exhaustion or you're oversold or something. But my God, how long it takes for an edge to develop on the daily, when the most recent thing is we just developed kind of an edge on the daily for downside potential because of the bearish divergence, right? Whew. Okay. All right, man. I guess that's good enough. Been live for an hour, so I'll just be back tonight. Thanks for the likes, the love, support, contributions, everything. Thank you, Cornish Pastry Munchers, Connor, Joseph, for joining the Patreon today. All three of y'all. That puts us at well, it still just says 202 patrons, and maybe it's not updated. 202 to 204, 5 patrons. Thank you all. All right. I'll be back tonight. Till next time, respect the TA.